It was time. Sharon Cook always knew what time it was. Timing was something that ran in her family. It was definitely time. The Cooks were always in the right place at the right time. As politicians, they served the public in roles that shaped our nation. At least that is what Sharon was told her entire life. It began early on with Jebediah Cook, lead negotiator of Thanksgiving.
We, the loyal subjects of our dread sovereign Lord King James, by the grace of God of Great Britain, France and Ireland, hereby in good faith accept this corn and sweet potatoes with marshmallows on top.
The dynasty continued with James Carver Cook, wood chopping guild chairman and champion duck caller. His son, young James Carver Cook Jr., grew up to carry on the family tradition of serving as festival coordinator for the Thespian Society of the Continental Congress.
Behold, such a youthful, sultry stallion, thighs thick to steer young bucks in open fields. Behold the gazes of all those who look upon such a youthful monument to masculinity.
There were a bunch of other people too, but it really was time. And she'd only gotten through the late 1700s, so, you know, she needed to move on with her thinking. It was time. Despite what her psychic told her that morning.
Clinically insane, cat lady. You have no friends. You hoard watches. What do you expect me to tell you? You're alone!
It wasn't entirely her fault. There was just so much pressure on her in the form of 17 generations of men born to her family, and every single one of them was a successful politician. Needless to say, Sharon was a surprise.
Congratulations, Governor Cook. You're a father. It's a girl.
Do you want to have a cookie? Well, you can't have a cookie. You were supposed to be a boy.
As for the rest of her life, young Sharon was made to feel bad for just being herself, raised to believe that she was the pariah of her family. Sharon began to get strange. Besides being a spinster and a self-proclaimed cat whisperer, she was a watch collector. Sharon just liked to watch the seconds go by. And by, and by, and by. And while her ancestors would have noticed, Sharon did not notice when her small town became corrupted by the most vile politician in the town's history.
People out of town. Me. There are no homeless people in this town. This is the only town in New Hampshire that has no homeless people in it. I got the homeless people out of town.
His name was Samuel Coffin. He had bought the town's homeless bus tickets to the end of the town's line. He used the town's orphanage's money to build the perfect bathroom. He had banned the town's golf players from yelling, "4." He was a bad, bad man. He was so bad that he didn't hide how bad he was. He told everyone what he was going to do, and then he did it. Luckily for him, there were no Cook politicians around to stop him.
Nobody in this town can stop me. If I've learned anything, it's this. Be true to your word.
Do you have a time?
So, without saying a word, Sharon Cook single-handedly saved the town. And for that, Sharon Cook would be remembered far more than the 17 generations of the Cook men that came before her.
Hey, Miss Cook!
Proving once and for all that even crazy cat ladies are more valuable than most politicians.
Who knew?